Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So, I got a lot of questions about this piece that I did the other day that I was sitting playing around with, and because I said it was on fabric, and it is on fabric. And so, I'm gonna make her into a quilt, like an art quilt. And you guys asked how I did it, and it's so easy. And I figured I'd do it real quick for you. But I love it. I love you. You don't have to do this in black. You can do it in whatever color that you want. Um, but it's really it's easy. And all I did, this is just a piece of muslin. You can see that it isn't ironed or anything. And I just am gonna wet it, obviously. You know, everything gets soaking wet. And keep that nearby just in case, because you never know. And then I just have some black paint that I'm just going to put there. Close that because I will end up with that all over me. And you can see this is pretty darn wet. And I don't care. I can, I got some black on there. It's okay. And then I use a small brush. And this is I know it's a Martha Stewart 2, number 2. Very easy. And I go into, maybe I should, let's see if I can do that. So you can kind of see the black. I go into the black and, I want it to be very watery. I'll put a little water. Oh, sorry, my computer. And I'm going to lightly sketch out the face that I want to do. And I like the closed eyes, you know what I mean? So this is how foolproof this is. So I'm going to just kind of, I don't know, go down maybe this far. And I'm going to, and you can see it bleeds out, right? And that's okay, because that's a whole look there. Now, I'm not as wet there as I want to be, but it's okay. But you can see how it, like, I call it bleeding out, but you know what I mean? It spreads out. Not a big deal. More water, more paint. And then I'm going to go and put in the nose, and I'm just going to go like that. I'm not going to worry too much. I'm going to just do a little, and bring it up like that. You can definitely see where it's wet, where it's wetter, and where it's not. I'm not going to worry about it. Wet my brush again, get more, and then we're going in for lips. And it's the same. We're just kind of like putting it in. And you can see, you kind of have it there, right? So I'm going to put this down, put that in my water. I'm going to take my bigger brush. I'm going to go in with this black like this. You can pull more, it doesn't matter. And I'm using I'm on my non-stick craft mat, but of course you can use wax paper, a palette, whatever. You just put your stuff in there. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to kind of go like this. And then bring it in. I'm not going to mess with the stuff I just drew in yet. Not yet. More water. I always go in for more water. And I love this look. Like I almost kept it on the other one, but then I didn't. And I always go way outside because if I can cut it down, the hair and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. Which I did while I did the rest of the painting too. Okay. And it's going to be lighter. It's not going to, bother too bad what I already put down as far as the eyes and the nose because the paint is a little, I'm not applying it straight on. But watch how fun this is. And like I said, this right here is great on its own because you got all this great, like, I love it. Like this is another one I would do and I would make tears come down and that might be one and I do another day. But to show you guys this, I'm not going to, that's what happens. I can sit and do 20 of these because they all come out different and they all have just different, different ideas. So, all right. So I'm just going to kind of lightly go over. Now, why you want to do this on a craft mat, kind of looks like a Bigfoot or something, is like you can see underneath it leaks. And I like that because it keeps it wet. And that's why I love doing this. Now, if you have at the dollar stores and stuff, they all have, you can buy like cotton towels or what are they called? Pillowcases. And you can do it on that as well. Cut them up. Doesn't matter. Old t-shirts, go to the thrift store, old sheets, doesn't matter. Cotton, you know? Okay. So you see, I picked it up because what's great is, I don't know how well you can see these, but underneath there's like bubbles. And that's because of, like I said, it's being, you know, and if you don't like that, then dry underneath and set it back down. It's not a big deal because I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just trying to get my work, you know, area here. Good. Okay. You can see. And then I'm just going to go over. All right. And look at that face in there, the shadow of it. Oh, see, I love that just like that. But we're going to move on. And I can see this is a little darker there. So, all right. So now I'm going to take my smaller brush again. Excuse my arm. I am still getting set up down here. I mean, up here from downstairs. So things are a little wonky a little bit. Excuse me. I'm sorry. All right. So I'm just going to go in a little bit on the tip. Will do ya. And let's start. Let's do the eye here. And we're going to go over it again. Except this time, it's not going to bleed out as much. And if it does, it's okay. But I don't want any extra water on my brush. I want more paint. You see how it's coming? And you can make it, if you want to make them open, next one I'll do open eyes. I love the closed eyes. That's how I feel lately. It's just very, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do the lips here. And I'm just darkening everything. Now let me show you. Okay, let's say I did these lips and I'm like, oh, that bottom lip, what the heck is that? Take your bigger brush, wet it, and because we have that water underneath on our non-stick, watch. And then you take, this is why I got this beat up gray paper towel. Watch. And I'm just going to go in on all of it. And it takes the bulk of it up. And if you need more water, you add more water. No big deal. Give it a little rub if you want. And then you can start over. As you can see, like here on her nose, on this side, it kind of bled a little bit out. And I just kind of left it. I didn't, it's, you know it's a nose. Do you know what I'm saying? And the same up here with the eye. I like that. I like the imperfection of it. But, you know, again, it's all on what you like. And I do, sometimes I'll take some of the, like I'll go into the black and then take it off over here in the corner. I have a painting on my channel, which I will put on my YouTube, a video rather, that I did with birds and all black with the India ink. I'll tag it. I'll put it either up in this corner or down below. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. I love doing them. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in. For my lips. And it's no big deal if they're too thick or anything right now, because we'll fix them. Like right here, I need to. And I'll just color it in just. You see? And you can see those lips are a little dark. It's okay. It's going to stay for me. And if I want to change it, I can because it's going to stay wet. So now I'm going to go in a little bit more and I'm just going to dab it off. Dabbing for my Angie. And then let's go nostrils. Big nostrils. Oh, almost big nostrils. And that's a little wet there still. Too wet to kind of work with, but I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to take my paper towel and just give it a quick dab. And then get some more water. Clean it off a little bit. And redo it. Now, I don't know about you guys. It might just be me because I'm a little crazy, wacko. This is meditative to me because I sit and I'm like, okay. This is why I do this. Well, art is why I do it. I love art, but do you know what I mean? Like I just sit and then I can take it off and I can put it back and it's all good. All good. This is why this is foolproof. You can't mess up because you just take it off. Take it off, take it off. Okay. All right. All right. You can use a smaller brush too if you want. All right, so I'll quit messing around now. I'm gonna just get this done. One of the things I've found about, look at this, how cool. One of the things I found out about artists, some people, especially people who are just starting out, whether it's mixed media, especially I think mixed media, because mixed media is so freeing in the sense that there is no right or wrong. There is no right things to use, wrong. It is what it is. It's whatever you have in front of you, whatever you have, mix it all together and make something. And people starting out with mixed media sometimes get confused and don't understand that that's what mixed media is. Like there is no, this might look a mess to somebody where somebody's like, oh my gosh, I can't even, you know? And you just have to go with it. Because they're all going to come out different and it's all going to be different and it's okay, you know? All right, so let's darken this a little bit. And you can see like over on this side, it's much wetter. So it's darker. And then I want to put a little like that for now. Gives me an idea. And then go in for some eyebrows. Oh, those are some eyebrows, Cal. Woo, girl. They look like my eyebrows right now. No shame in my game. It is what it is. And you can see I got some drops right there. Who cares? I'm going to wet my brush, get some of the cleaner water, and look, we're erasing it. Erasing it. All right, so I'm going to go in over here because this is like a wet palette here now. I know, ridiculous, but it is. And I'm going to make the shape of my face. So I'm going to start, let's see here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. And you'll see it start coming together a bit. Just a hint of a neck. And if you notice, I have a fan on behind me. If you notice your stuff drying, then, you know, just squirt again. So I just have a clean brush, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to move some of this black around with the water. To the lash line, and then I'm going to take my paper towel, or you can use, you know, rag, whatever you have, and give it a press. And you're going to see it's like almost magical. See how it lifted it? I'm going to do underneath too, so you can see. Now this gives the illusion that there are eyelashes. I'm going to put some eyelashes in. I mean, maybe we'll see if this comes up. Well, this comes up, but this can also work because you know you have the illusion that there's eyelashes. And what I'm doing is pushing it up. So I'm going to do it one more time here. Just kind of. And then when I go in with my black again, it'll be dark. You'll see. You'll see, you'll see, you'll see, you'll see. All right, I probably need a paper towel soon too. But I'm frugal and cheap. I just leave it dry and keep using it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna dry this, just take a little bit on the tip and go back in. And you see how it's more, you know, more aligned. And now I'm gonna do kind of the same thing over here. I'm not digging this as much. So I'm gonna just kind of do it like that and press it up. And that's okay, the shadow's under there. Okay. All right, now let me. Yeah, here we go. Okay. And you can see this one's lighter, this one's darker. Might want to move this down just a little bit. This is so, like I said, this I could sit for hours. This is terrible. How much I zone out and sit and play, because you're just manipulating the paint. You know what I mean? And of course, you could do this much faster than I'm doing on here. You know, if you don't want to keep going back and forth and taking it off. So okay. So there's that. And then I have my little part of my eye up here. Has a little eyelid. Now you can see how you definitely can go and do a face, and I will do a face with eyes open next time, or I'll do one and then show you in a video like what I did. And then what I did was for the eyelashes, I just took my paintbrush, which is a mess, just a little bit, and I just drug it down. These are more like Betty Davis eyelashes. Baby Jane. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll lift it up in a minute. And I want a little bit more color in here. A little bit more in here. And I'm just kind of dragging it together. Again, if it's drying out and you want to spray it, go ahead. Yeah, I like that. And then if it's too much black for you, you can always take some out. But I kind of like it. Okay, now let me just finish the lips, and then I'll cut it out and I'll show you. Cut it out. All right. And really, don't overthink it, because that's the problem if you overthink it. And I can overthink, believe me. But because you can really manipulate this fabric. It's just fun. Fun, fun. I want that to be a little more. Yeah. See how we got that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to give it a cut. God, I really got to get new scissors. And I don't throw this away because this is good stuff. And this was just a piece an extra piece of fabric that I'd sitting around. All right. Now I'm going to do the hair, and I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dab it off a little bit. I'm going to use my, what are you? You are a flat, 3/4 flat. And I'm going to just take the black that I have. And this is where you can, you know, pretty much do whatever kind of hair that you want. I'm just kind of making it simple. I'm sorry, that's my dog crying. He doesn't know what he wants. He's old and he's just like, can we just go to bed 24/7? Look. He doesn't want to be in here. He doesn't want to be, he just wants to lay in my bedroom on the pillow. But he wants somebody in there with him, which, you know, but I'll be going in the living room with him soon, so he'll be fine then. All right, so you can see I'm just kind of rolling it on, not worrying. Of course, you could put bangs in, whatever, but you see how it kind of brings it to life. Bring to life. You're gonna come in here and lay down now, bud? All right, you're gonna lay on my feet? Good. Okay. And then what I like to do, I love this. Look at this blowout. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to cut that off too. Darn it. And once you're pretty okay with kind of what the hair is, you can, I have some silver glitter there because of the thing I had here before. Now take your little brush, and you can leave water on it if you want, but you can add the water for kind of like highlight, and then take your, and just kind of dab at it if you want. You see how it kind of gives you some highlights? I need a little bit up here. Okay. Now I have the rest of the quilt that I did, where we did the quilt with the paints and the flowers and all. That'll be up tomorrow. I'm going to put this up today because I still have to let that dry. And so yeah. And there you go. So then I just break my heart and cut that off, but I'll save that for something. Now, if you absolutely love this and you don't want to change anything else, take your heat gun or your hair dryer if you want and dry it. So it doesn't, you know, so you can kind of pick it up and work with it a little bit more. I'll just do like a second on the face here. Now I'm going to tell you one thing I see that I don't like. I'm going to fix it real quick. But I want the majority of it dry. Because I moved it, it got, look what I did, which I'm glad I did it because then you can see. You can see I moved it, and then the water underneath kind of blurred it a little bit, and I don't want that. I want that to be I like the shadow up here, but I don't want it. Yep, I should have dried that underneath. There's a lesson for you in there. No harm, no foul. Fix it, but because that's, I mean, that is the look, but I don't want it that much. But before I do anything else, let's get the rest of that water up. Okay. Oh, I love the way it looks. I can see it from the back. I'm just gonna. And once it's dry, I'll cut it the rest of the way. We'll leave that go for now because I keep picking it up and messing it up. But I just want to fix this eye. You see, you're just erasing it. I mean, that's really all you're doing, and then you can just dry it up a little bit. And you can reform, like right here, I don't like, because I want a little separation. And there you go. That's all I'm going to play around, because sometimes the more you play around, you know what I'm saying. And that's it. 20 minutes, you know, not that bad. And like I said, you can then dry it and then cut it for the, let's see if I can, let me just dry it 1 second, and then I'll cut it so you can see. It's just so much fun to do. I just love it. So what I'm planning on doing, and if I do it, I'll show you when it's done. See, now I just gotta go with the flow of whatever happens, happens. You can see the differences though. Look, where I really fine tuned this one and this one I just let go. And both of them are, I love both of them. But I'm gonna take thread and like, I think I'm gonna like quilt it. Oh, these are the worst scissors ever. No, I'm gonna have to get my other scissors. Because these are driving me nuts. They're not even cutting good. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. But there you go. Very simple. Looks like it's shaded itself, and if you want more, you know, like I said, but look how cool it looks from the back too. So you can pick which one you like. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you do this, please let me know. And if you're new, and you just found me or whatever, and you want to subscribe, click the subscribe button down below, and there's a bell next to it. Click that, and you'll get notified when my videos go up, when I put new videos up. And please leave me a thumbs up, share me everywhere like I'm your loose friend, and as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much. The rest of the quilt will be up on Saturday, and I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.